The average Australian retiree leaves work with around $250,000 in super. Buying a retirement home in Sydney for $1.5 million? Impossible. But in 10 specific Australian towns, you can still buy a beautiful retirement property for under $500,000. Let's count them down. Before we get into the list, let's establish what actually matters for retirement living. Affordability is obvious. You want your housing dollar to stretch. But equally important are healthcare access, walkability, community, climate, and connection to family. The best retirement towns in Australia get this balance right. They offer affordable property combined with adequate medical facilities, decent transport links, established communities, and lifestyle amenities. The towns on this list have been ranked using data from the Citro Top 50 Retirement Locations Report, Cotality affordability data, and Australian Bureau of Statistics demographic projections. Every town has a median house price under $500,000 and meaningful retirement infrastructure. Some are coastal Seachange options. Some are inland treechange options. All are genuinely retirement viable in 2026. Number 10. Victor Harbour, South Australia. Median house price around $470,000. Victor Harbour sits about 80 kilometres south of Adelaide, with a population around 15,000. It has a beautiful coastline, an established healthcare network, and a long history as a retirement destination, which means infrastructure is mature. The community is welcoming to newcomers, walkability in the town centre is excellent, and the climate is mild year-round. Victor Harbour's main downside is healthcare specialisation. For serious medical needs you may need to travel to Adelaide. But for active retirees with routine health needs, it offers extraordinary value. Number 9. Bundaberg, Queensland. Median house price around $460,000. Bundaberg is a Queensland regional centre with a population over 70,000, which means it has full medical facilities, a large hospital, an airport with daily flights, and serious cultural infrastructure. The climate is warm year-round, the coastline is beautiful, and the cost of living is among the lowest in Australia for a city of its size. For retirees who want a real town with real services rather than a sleepy village, Bundaberg is genuinely hard to beat at this price point. Number 8. Devonport, Tasmania. Median house price around $440,000. Devonport sits on Tasmania's north coast, with the population around 25,000. The Bass Strait Ferry connects directly to Melbourne, which is invaluable for retirees who want easy access to mainland family. Healthcare is good, the local hospital is well equipped, and the cost of living is lower than mainland equivalents. The climate is cooler than most of mainland Australia, which suits retirees who don't want to spend summer hiding from 40-degree heat. Devonport is an underrated retirement option. Number 7. Mount Gambier, South Australia. Median house price around $420,000. Mount Gambier is a regional centre in southeast South Australia with a population around 26,000. It has excellent healthcare, including a major hospital. The famous Blue Lake is a tourist drawcard. The climate is temperate. And the community has a strong cultural and arts scene that punches above its weight. Mount Gambier is exactly the kind of regional centre that offers urban amenities at rural prices. Number 6. Port Augusta, South Australia. Median house price around $310,000. Port Augusta is the cheapest serious regional centre on this list, with population around 14,000. It has hospital services, an airport, and decent transport links to Adelaide. The climate is dry and warm. The downsides are real. Port Augusta has experienced economic challenges over the years and some areas are more attractive than others. Careful suburb selection matters enormously. But for retirees on tight budgets, Port Augusta offers genuine value. Number 5. Esperance, Western Australia. Median house price around $490,000. Esperance is a beautiful coastal town in Western Australia with population around 14,000. Some of the most stunning beaches in Australia are within a short drive. Healthcare is adequate for routine needs, but specialist care requires travel. The mild climate, low pollution, and exceptional natural environment make Esperance attractive for active retirees. The remoteness is the obvious drawback, but for the right retiree this is actually part of the appeal. Number 4. Goolwa, South Australia. Median house price around $470,000. Goolwa is a charming town at the mouth of the Murray River, about an hour and a half from Adelaide. It's small, scenic, and has a strong sense of community. Healthcare access is via Victor Harbour and Adelaide. The lifestyle is relaxed, water-based recreation is abundant, and the property market is more affordable than most coastal South Australian options. Goolwa is genuinely a hidden gem. Number 3. Lithgow, New South Wales. Median house price around $450,000. Lithgow sits on the western edge of the Blue Mountains, about 2.5 hours from Sydney. For retirees who want country lifestyle while staying within reach of Sydney specialists and family, Lithgow offers an excellent balance. The town has a hospital, services are decent, and the natural environment is stunning. Climate is cooler than coastal New South Wales, which suits retirees who prefer 4 seasons. Number 2. Maryborough, Queensland. Median house price around $430,000. Maryborough is a historic regional Queensland city with population around 26,000. It has excellent healthcare, beautiful heritage architecture, a strong community, and connection to the Fraser Coast attractions. The cost of living is low, the climate is warm, and the town has more cultural depth than most regional Queensland options. Maryborough is a serious retirement contender at this price point. And number 1, the best affordable retirement town in Australia for 2026. Orange, New South Wales. Median house price around $490,000, with options available for less. Orange has been ranked at or near the top of multiple Australian retirement guides, and the reasons become obvious quickly. The town has a major hospital with full specialist services. It has a thriving food and wine scene. It has cultural amenities that genuinely rival larger cities. The community is established and welcoming to retirees. The climate offers 4 real seasons. Healthcare is exceptional for a regional centre. Transport links to Sydney via train and air are reliable. Orange is the rare retirement town that doesn't ask you to compromise. You get city-level amenities at regional prices. That's why it consistently tops the rankings. The single most underweighted factor in retirement town selection is healthcare access for serious medical events, not routine care. Every town on this list has a GP. Most have a hospital. But the difference between routine and serious matters more as you age. If you have a cardiac event in Cunnamulla, you'll be airlifted to Brisbane. If you have one in Orange, you can be treated locally at a major regional hospital. Always research 3 things before buying any retirement property: the level of the local hospital, the presence of specialists, and the travel time to the nearest tertiary hospital. These 3 factors will matter more to your daily life in retirement than the view from your balcony. The most common retirement relocation mistake: choosing the holiday town rather than the livable town. A place that's wonderful for a 2-week holiday isn't necessarily wonderful for a 15-year permanent residence. Holiday towns often have seasonal economies, limited year-round services, and small permanent populations that don't sustain quality healthcare or social infrastructure. The towns that score highest as actual retirement destinations are typically established regional centers with diversified economies and year-round populations of 15 to 50,000 people. Not too small to be limited, not too large to lose community feel. Orange, Mount Gambier, Bundaberg, and Maryborough on this list all fit that pattern. They're real places with real services and real communities, not seasonal escapes. That distinction matters enormously over a long retirement. 10 Australian retirement towns where you can still buy a quality home for under $500,000. From coastal South Australia to regional New South Wales to Tasmania to Queensland, the options are real and the math works. If you found this useful, smash subscribe. We break down Australian property data every few days. And if you want to see which Australian property markets are absolutely crashing right now in 2026, click the video on screen. We'll see you in the next one.